puts his headphones back on. There you go. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So, as we were saying, this is our boy Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. So we do want to thank you for being on the podcast today, man. We really do appreciate it. Like we said, kind of just give us an introduction of who you are. Let the audience that doesn't know you know a few things about yourself, if you will.
Well, my name is DeAndre. Everybody call me Dre. From D.C. Born and raised. Really pretty much haven't been too far from D.C. besides Baltimore and Richmond, Virginia. I just have a passion, for entertainment and just talking and just sharing my point of view. And I kind of got lost for a while, knowing what I want to do, just getting comfortable and just complacency, and turned everything around for myself for the last 6 months or towards a year. And I was, trying to start a business with my brother, but that didn't really go so well. But I knew we could do this podcast thing because he was doing it first. So I was like, yo, man, I kind of digging that, man. I want to do that. So he gave me the tools and everything to the drive and the motivation to do it. And I just took it to another level. And it's the 11:30 podcast, man. So, hey, what else?
It was a good choice, man. Good choice.
Where does 11:30 come from?
Well, November 30th is my birthday.
Oh, November.
Not even my own mom figured it out until after I gave her.
My brother's on the 15th. That's sick. That's so sick. November, baby.
That's a good creative name for your podcast that is like tied into yourself personally. So
yeah,
definitely, guys, go check him out on YouTube. Like I said, anywhere that podcasts can be found, you can find our boy Dre and the 11:30 podcast. So let's get into this podcast, guys. You already know what's about to happen. It's a tradition, unlike any other here on Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast.
Damn.
Okay, guys. So this is going to be episode number 35, featuring my boy.
Already?
This is episode 35 already, guys. For everyone who's been following this podcast from the wee beginning, you know how far we've come. And shout out to all you guys who've been supporting us. Make sure you guys hit us up on YouTube. We hit 100 subscribers, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And thank you guys for helping us get there.
Dude, somebody has said I needed to pierce my belly button now or something.
Oh, shit. You should do it.
I see you guys had the eggs and the bear. So when you guys get to 200, what else you guys want to do?
I think I should get to pick because I did the last one like a champ.
Yeah. I think Lena gets to pick because when she drunk the eggs and the beer, she just made you guys look like pussy.
It looks like Lena does that shit every 15 minutes when she feels like she needs some nutrients in her. She's like, I don't feel right now. Chris, give me a raw egg.
When I fucking feel myself getting weak, just crack an egg and just drop it in.
Yeah, dude. You know what? We should have done like I did last time, man, with like the milk and ketchup and mustard and tuna.
We gotta do like other challenges, like something. I don't know.
I think the best thing about that challenge was just exactly what Dre was saying. How for sure myself, I look like a complete fool and like a complete pussy. Misa, he held his own. He actually took a gulp. If you watch the live stream, you can see it. Yeah. I literally like felt the yolk in my mouth, and I was like, right away, dude. But that was a cool live stream, guys. So go check that out on YouTube. We're gonna be posting more of our live streams as they.
Hey, you guys want to do it again right now with our boy Dre right here?
Hey, you got some eggs, dude?
I'm gonna keep up with you guys when you guys get to 200. We got to step it up.
All right. That's a good motivation right there.
Fair enough. Okay. Once we get to 200 subscribers, we'll actually let Dre choose what we'll do for a challenge, and we will do it as long as it's not crazy. You know what I mean? But you want us to eat like a crazy like hot pepper or like something along those lines, or chug a gallon of milk or something, we can do it.
I can't even have hot stuff. I'm the worst Mexican ever. Like, stay away from hot. I'd rather you do something gross than hot.
No hot sauce for you? No hot sauce?
I'll pass.
In that case, do extra hot sauce, dude.
You're just mad and jealous.
Yeah, dude, she's weak, bro. She can't have anything spicy, which is I don't understand. But anyways, so guys, Dre, I wanted to ask you if you can give us any thoughts or critiques on our podcast, anything that you might like or dislike about it.
Man, it's nothing I don't like. It's everything I do like about it. You know, I heard about about 5 episodes so far already. Like I was saying, Misa is the entertaining guy. It seems like, you know, he'd rather get in a boxing ring. So I wanted to ask him, you know, Misa, who would you rather fight? You know, for $1 million, who would you rather fight? Mike Tyson or Floyd Money Mayweather?
Oh shit!
Woo! See, okay, for like how long is it? Like one full round? Like
it's 3 minutes. For 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes, dude. I'll probably go with Floyd.
Okay.
Just because, you know, Mike Tyson, I probably wouldn't even remember or survive that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, it's scary, dude. Mike Tyson, I don't know. I have nightmares of that guy. I'd rather not. You see, with more of, you know, Mayweather, I could actually kind of pretend that I want to start throwing some 1-2s on him. You know, he'll start running away, and that's how time goes by quick like that. You know, not when you're getting pounded by Mr. Mike Tyson. Anyways, is he coming back by chance? I thought Mike Tyson was coming back.
He was, but you know, I know he got a new movie coming out that Jamie Foxx is gonna.
Oh,
the movie. So,
see, like I wouldn't even fight Mike Tyson right now.
Yeah.
Let alone back in his prime, dude. No, hell no.
Yeah, he putting out videos looking a monster right now. So I don't think nobody wants to fight him right now. Not even his own Tiger probably wants to.
His Tiger is like, yeah, nah, dude, I'm out.
Yeah.
Knows.
I honestly, if I had to go on record, I would say Misa would get mopped by both Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson.
Oh no.
Completely.
Hey, what about me and Chris?
Oh no, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let Lena be the judge on that one.
I mean, I've already told Chris if there's like zombie apocalypse, like he's in the dust. So
Chris is not a fighter. That's the thing about Chris.
Yeah,
Chris would probably try and calm things down, and the thing is, I'd probably feel sorry and then calm down with him. Next thing you know, we're gonna be having beers together.
Yeah, I would turn the
Exactly.
conflict into like a social gathering, and then
Right,
like we would be having a beer, and then Blue would come over or Joe would come over, and then the next thing you know, it's a full-on party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, dude, I'm the peacemaker for sure. So, let's keep this podcast rolling, guys. We're gonna do the kicking things off segment. The kicking things off segment is essentially where we go around the virtual Zoom meeting. Everybody kind of tells the podcast a little bit about what's new with them recently. So, guys, I will start that one off. Today, actually, I've been kind of like training for like this new job, not a new job, but like a new like process at work. And it's kind of funny, like when people are training you and it's like they kind of like when they actually don't really know a lot about you, they assume that you're just like completely clueless. You know what I mean? And so today this lady was trying to teach me.
I think
like,
it's just you, Chris.
no, dude, I mean, I don't understand. Like she was trying to teach me like this new process. And when she was explaining like how to log on to the computer and like open up a program, she's like, you're going to want to drag your mouse to the bottom left corner and hit the start button. You know what I mean? Like super basic. Like I'm like, by the way, lady, I have a podcast, 100 subscribers on YouTube. So I don't think you need to be teaching me this right now. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I can work your phone better than you too, by the way. You know what I mean? And it was just funny. I mean, obviously I didn't say anything because it's a professional work environment. So, you know, I bite my tongue, but I was like, man, she really thinks I'm
that must have been some long training.
Yeah, dude.
Long training, dude.
It sucked. So, Lena, what's new with you?
Well, it's obviously going to be about school, like about a month till school. So I've already started reading a couple of my books and just getting back on that fucking grind. That's it.
Lena, school's for fools.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I've definitely like now that I've picked a science degree, it kind of helps me. Just like when I see shit on the news and when I see shit on social media, like research it, educate myself, be a part of the conversation in a positive way, but make sure I know what's what, you know? So it's cool.
Nice.
Misa.
Misa?
Dude, actually today I woke up extremely early on a day off, you know. I'm usually, you know, during my work week, I'm up at 1:30 in the morning. I clock in at 3 in the morning. But this morning I was off, dude. I was up at like 5 in the morning, nothing to do, you know. So I did some chores, you know, and then my sink started leaking, so I had to go and fix that. I had no idea my trash can had a hole. I ended up throwing like a full drink from last night out, so it leaked everywhere. So it wasn't a good morning to say. But then, bro, I decided to get some wings, man. It's been some while since I've had some wings, so I ordered from a Wingstop. Shout out to Wingstop. I know they're listening right now. Holla. But dude, I ordered a 10-piece, man. I got a 12-piece, dog. A 12-piece.
Oh,
Now it's happened to where I get one extra, dude. But two, man, someone did it on purpose. Somebody knew I was having a shitty day, and he's like, dude, let's hook this guy up with 2 more wings, you know? And yeah, man, they hit the spot, dude, for sure. It's too bad I forgot to get that beer too. But
that's why I love food. Like low key, food makes me happy. Like I know people are like, no, but it's like when you look forward to that and then you get the good meal and it's
right?
everything that you taste and hope
And then
for.
to know that it's keeping you alive.
Yeah. Facts.
God bless. I mean, yeah, we sound like we eat a lot of food on this podcast.
Well, me too. Look at us.
Okay, so Dre, really fast, man. What's new with you?
Well, it wasn't wings. I had a hot dog. But, well, a new episode for the new episode of the 11:30 podcast dropped today. I just been, working and growing the YouTube channel. About 530 subscribers. Trying to get to 1,000 and celebrate. I've been doing it for less than a year, just about 6 months right now, going on to 7 months. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So everybody taking a liking to it. They really like it and the style and everything. Just about that and getting people on the show who wanted to be a guest since can do this whole Zoom thing now because I did not know what this was all about, but of course it was, what everybody was doing since no one can have close contact now because outside is closed.
It took us a while, man. Like some of our best recordings when we started was obviously when we were doing it in person. But when this Rona decided to come in our lives, like a bitch that she is, she broke everybody up, So we started off with using like FaceTime, trying to experiment with that, with the audio and all that, and we settled on Zoom. It's been good so far. You can reach anybody anywhere. So yeah, dude, that's
Messenger wasn't bad either.
You know what?
What did you do your podcast before Zoom?
We would do the podcast at my crib in my garage. And so we would set up like a nice long white table, set up, before we didn't have these mics that we have now or the soundboard. So we would literally just set like a Yeti Blue mic in the middle of the table, change one of the settings, and then just go from there. So it's been pretty crazy to see the progression of this for sure.
Yeah, man. It's like we invented the wheel and now we're rolling on a Rolls Royce.
And that's the cool thing about when you collaborate with people, because it was originally Misa's idea to be like, yo, like, I'm down with this shit, cool, but his idea in the sense to say, hey, like, let's upgrade, let's check out some shit. Him and his wife, I guess, had already kind of looked at some of the stuff that we have now. He's like, what do you think? So I think it's important when you want to create something and then you find somebody who's on that same wavelength instead of just saying, oh, I'm down. You know what I mean? So I think all of these upgrades, it's just taken us to another level, but in the best way. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you listen to the old podcasts to now, I definitely think you're going to notice a difference in like a really good way.
Yeah, same with me. But with this whole Zoom thing, like, I was doing the podcast, I was doing it, so it really didn't affect me with the old coronavirus. I was always doing it by myself in here, so I just wanted to guess, and the Zoom thing provided me with that. So it just been going, the way it been going. Do you guys see yourself keep using Zoom, and how's it going right now throughout the whole coronavirus, even if things get better?
I would say we definitely want to get back to in-person recording. It's definitely it's not that the vibe isn't cool like when you do it over Zoom, but it's just not the same, you know what I mean? And like when you get to hang out with your guests and like chill and like you get like a more personable side of them. But what I was thinking too is like the people who like develop Zoom, they're like fucking living life right now, bro. They're banking so hard because now everybody and every corporation is on this shit. So that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when everything clear up, I got to get me a ticket to El Paso so we can.
Yes, for sure, man.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, that's a good segue to what I wanted to ask you about. So, if you guys don't know, our boy Dre is coming to us live from the nation's capital in Washington D.C., which is, let's see. Actually, I want to Google search this because I just want to know how far apart we are really fast.
About 3 blocks.
Down the street.
Let's see.
3 or 4 around there.
It'll just take me like a few minutes to get there. Okay, so we are 29 hours, 1,962 miles away from our boy, which is crazy to me. So, anyways, tell us a little bit about what it's like in DC. I guess kind of like, are you born and raised there?
Yeah. I'm born and raised all my life. And the only thing about DC that president lives here, but other than that, born and raised DC is cool. I just would like to explore other places though on my journey while doing podcasting though. But born and raised in DC.
Hey, Misa, do you know what the best part of DC is?
What?
They have legal marijuana there.
Oh, dude.
Did you know that?
That's our place.
Yeah.
Let me see how much an Uber would be to get over there.
Let us know.
Okay, so like I don't know if this is a dumb question, dude, but have you been to the White House? Have you done like all the touristy shit over there?
See, that's the question that everybody who's not from DC. Have you been to the White House before? Like, no, I haven't been.
Oh, I don't want to go to the goddamn White House.
I haven't even been to the monument, like, and it's so tall, and I don't want to go in there, like, no. No, I've been at other museums and stuff like that. See, everybody who's not from DC think DC is so fascinating, but here in DC, yeah, all right, okay, yeah, all right. See,
I think that's with like everybody, right? Like when they talk about their hometown, like if I'm trying to compare El Paso to DC, man, there's no comparing, dude. There's, when I think of DC, I think about museums and the White House and everything's so beautiful and it's just lawyers walking around everywhere and shit like that. But here in El Paso, man, I don't even think we have lawyers out here. Do we?
Yeah, we do have lawyers out here. My brother Matt is actually a lawyer. Shout out to him, by the way. But yeah, dude, it's crazy the cultural differences between a place like El Paso and then a place like Washington, D.C., which, like you said, everybody knows because it's the capital, right? But I don't think people really think about like the life outside of the capital area of DC, like where normal people live and, like the way that shit goes down over there. So can you kind of explain like the culture, like the environment growing up in DC?
Well, the environment here, being, a black guy, it was, the struggles, of course, with that situation. It was just, DC just have evolved over the time. But, DC has its, own ways of standing out. It got its bad, got its good. It was a whole lot going on with the protesting that was going on here, because that was my first time. I haven't seen nothing like that ever before. Like, I think it was a UFC fight on, and I was actually on Facebook networking, and someone said something about, the riots and protesting, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I never seen, this in my homes. I seen it in Baltimore when it went down with the Freddie Gray, but, not here in DC, with live cameras and they breaking in and stuff. And I'm like, wow, though, man, they go from, you know, doing that to protesting. And like I was saying on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, how, you know, little boy who was just celebrating with his family on 4th of July, and, you know, he got shot, only 11 years old, you know, so it's crazy. So DC got his, you know, his parts, you know, and it got it's good. So yeah, it's
dude.
DC.
I
See,
think
the thing here. Go ahead, Lena.
No, I was gonna say it's like with every city, until you live there, you're not really exposed to the true good and bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause we all have like an outsider look. Like people, of course, think their ways about El Paso, but it's like we live here, we know it's different, you know. So I think that's with every space
Yeah.
people live.
Yeah.
To start off with, people think El Paso's in Mexico,
I know,
and then they look at us and they're like, it's definitely in Mexico.
but you know what?
Like, and then they start saying like, yo, y'all's English are pretty good. How do you guys do it?
Yeah.
But you know what? Is living in New Mexico, when I would tell people I'm from New Mexico, they'd be like, because I grew up mostly in New Mexico, but I was born here in Texas. But it's funny because even people are like, New Mexico, like where, what? And it's like, dude, where are the 50 states? Like you're tripping. Like you need to go back and you need to research, and like we're here, you know? So it's like just the, I don't know, the rash, or how do you say it?
Well, it just has a stigma to it, like
Yes,
being
the
from New
stigma.
Mexico.
Well, I
You
think
know,
there's stigma with every, like, there's always stigmas to any city, any town, any state.
Hey, we gotta
See,
ask,
and if you're from El Paso and people ask you, hey, have you been here? They're all gonna say yes.
Hey.
Everybody in El Paso's been everywhere. The only one place nobody wants to go is Dyer Street. If you ever come down here, D, don't go on Dyer Street, all right? Make
That's
sure
where
to
we
stay
go
on the
to
west side.
my car.
hey, real fast, Dre,
Facts.
because of what Misa said, that he thinks most people might say that we're in Mexico. Do you, like, when you think of El Paso, do you know that it's like a border city, or is that like something that doesn't really even cross your mind?
No, of course, I know it's a border city. That was, I know it's a border. I know it's a border city though, but I know a lot of Mexicans and Latinos. You know,
Hey, you know what, man? We're so close to Mexico. I wake up sometimes thinking I'm in Mexico. You know, sometimes the line switches up a bit. I'll be driving in the freeway, and the next thing you know, my phone rings and it says "Welcome to Mexico." But it's funny because I've had some friends come in from out of town that have never been here at El Paso, and they'll drive through the freeway and you can see Mexico. You could literally see all the houses in Mexico, Juarez and stuff like that. And they're like, bro, I can't believe we're like right there, you know? Like, I was like, yeah, dude, that's my house right there. That's my mom's house up there.
So one thing that is really real, dude, like Misa said, and I don't know if you can fully comprehend this, but like in El Paso, when you're driving on I-10, which is our major freeway, right? It literally gets so close to Mexico that your cell phone service will switch to like a Mexican provider out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden you'll get this like text message and it's like, bienvenidos, está en Juarez, like Ciudad Juarez, like Mexico.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
And what's weird is like you start speaking Spanish without like without knowing. It's like, ¿Cómo chingados? ¿Qué chingados pasó? Oye, señora, no.
Dude, your radio switches to the nearest like Spanish station, and then all this Spanish music just comes
Yeah,
out of
dude.
your radio.
Your car starts smelling like tacos and shit. It's
Wow.
crazy, dude.
Whenever you come, we got to take you, or I take anybody who ever visits along the border highway, because that's what I take to get to UTEP. So it's a very humbling experience being a Mexican-American family and being a Mexican-American, seeing Mexico. Because I have family that lives there, you know, like most of us have family and connections there. But it's like, it's a humbling experience because you know that because you're here and I was born here, I have luxuries that people in Mexico won't have. So it's very beautiful because you see like the cultural, like just how embedded it is, you know what I mean? Like the livelihood of it. But it's crazy because when you're on the border, you like, it's a fence, you know, like it blows your mind. And I don't think until you like see it that you're like, oh shit. Not that you don't know it's a border city, but like it just, it carries more weight when you see it, just like anything, you know?
yeah. Do you guys get annoyed when, you know, you get those calls from Mexico, or you just used to it by now?
We're so used to it by now. It's not even a fucking like. It's like, oh, hey, just a normal day. You know what I mean? So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and like I mean, a lot of people here that like not myself. Like I personally don't ever really go to Mexico, but a lot of the people that live in El Paso, they do cross back and forth. So it is a very transient city in that way. And then also the fact that we have Fort Bliss, it makes El Paso more transient in that way. But another thing too, dude, is like everybody here is like Hispanic, like I told you on your podcast. If you had to break down like the ratio over there in DC where you're living at, like how would you break down the ratio between African Americans, Hispanics, and then whites? And then if you have another like ethnicity group?
Well, by the White House, yeah, it's white. Well, in
Go figure, huh?
Where the money is.
yeah, in southeast, northeast, where sections here in DC. Most of black and the majority of the Mexican Latinos live up on Georgia Avenue here in DC.
Nice.
They live up on Georgia Avenue, and yeah, and throughout going to school here in DC, you know, I had a couple of Latino and Mexican, Spanish, you know, friends, you know, but it's majority that I see are black actually.
Okay.
But,
Hey, over there, the Latinos, are they mostly? I figured they're mostly like Cuban or like I don't think are they all Mexican or like they Cuban or Puerto Rican or things like that, right?
I don't want to say it's a little mixed, but most of that I would probably see Spanish and Mexican.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Yeah, but how would people even know that? Like, you go around and ask people?
no. I mean, for sure, I can tell like somebody who's speaking like a Mexican dialogue of Spanish compared to somebody who's speaking like a Cuban or a Puerto Rican dialect. Like, there's a big difference to me, and I can hear it. So I was just wondering if you were able to distinguish in that way.
And I also feel like like my family, I'm the only one that primarily speaks English, like straight up. Like when Chris and I got together, he's like, "Oh, like you're Mexican, you know? You can, you know."
He's like, "Damn."
God bless.
But here, like you can tell a difference. Like, you know what I mean? Like my grandma, my grandpa, the Spanish they speak isn't always neck and neck with some of the people that just go back and forth to Mexico who don't live there. But then I can also sense when it changes depending on who they're talking to in terms of like business and or medical stuff. Because I have an aunt who works for a medical company and she speaks Spanish like all the time, you know what I mean? But I also think it's one of those things that when I have my family come over from Mexico, and I'm talking like Mexico City and stuff, it's a different Spanish. It is what it is. You know, there's different dialects.
Man, the Spanish from like deep down Mexico is like so fast, dude. It's
Dude,
like,
if
slow
you hear
down.
my cousin, that's what I'm saying. Like I have a cousin and an aunt who visit regularly because they're that close to my family that it's like I have to like really focus, and even then I still can't get with it, you know? Like
Dude, they sound like that rapper Twista. Like when they talk, dude, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what? Enchilada? What?
All right, dude. So let's keep this podcast moving. We're gonna take a break in a little bit, but real fast. What I wanted to give our boy Dre some time to do is to shout out his podcast, kind of give it a plug, let everybody know where they can find it when you post. Go ahead and tell our audience about that.
Appreciate it. Every new videos come out every Tuesday on my YouTube channel. That's the 1130 podcast. You can find me on YouTube. Very entertaining stuff, very fun stuff. So catch me, and you can catch me at the 1130 podcast, talk pro wrestling every Thursday wherever you find your podcasts.
Hey, Misa.
Nice. Hey, and real quick, man, that last episode you posted yesterday, Entanglement, that episode is a good episode, man. You guys need to go check it out. Our boy Chris was on there. Some good topics, ranging from oh man, I totally forgot his name. What was the first top? Kanye West, dude. Oh man, dude, Kanye West.
Then we
Actually, real quick, man. Change the subject just real quick. Now that we're talking about DC, you're a Raiders fan, right? Big Raiders fan. Redskins fan. How do you? Well, I was gonna ask, how do you feel about that whole name change, man? After 85 years of having that change from DC.
I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and I don't care about them. Not one bit. I don't care.
What a savage! I love it.
I was telling Chris in the first interview, like, I don't care. Like, the Redskins, they could be winning a game. It could be 30-3, and whoever they playing will come back and win the game 36-30. And it would just be like, what? Like, y'all can't keep the whole score.
Hey, man, they're like the Falcon teams, man, but that's like every game for them.
Yeah.
But
Every
Hey,
game.
Misa, I want to congratulate you on dropping that question straight into the dirt right there.
no, dude.
You're a Raiders fan, right? You're Raiders,
What?
right? Okay, good.
Hey, man, it's cool, man. I'm a Chargers fan. I don't know if you've ever heard of that team, but there's a team out there called the Chargers. I'm a Chargers fan. I think there's like 14 fans now. I've been a fan since like 2005 with LT. So yeah, man, I like the Ravens, you know.
Yeah,
But
they doing good. I'm mad they got kicked out the playoffs, though. But
yeah. But like you said, man, I don't care, man. I don't care.
yeah.
no.
He's all fuck Washington Redskins, bro. Who's like who even likes them? All right, guys. So yeah, this is episode 35 with our boy Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, host of the 1130 podcast. We're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk to our boy Dre about food. We're gonna get to know him here. We're gonna see if he can name 5 Mexican dishes. We're also gonna do the funniest scene from the internet today, and we're also gonna do 5 random questions, which we have to do with almost every guest that we bring on here. So we're gonna get into that, guys. So stick around. We're gonna take a quick break. Remember, guys, you listening to Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, episode number 35. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and leave a rate and review on Apple Podcasts, guys. Please, please, please. We really do appreciate it. But with all that being said, we will take a break, and we'll be right back.
Fucking Rona, that bitch.
All right, guys. We are back from our break. This is episode number 35, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, featuring our boy Dre, a.k.a. Dre on Wheels. We just took a quick little break, so now we're going to get back into it, guys. Dre, I just wanted to ask you real fast, what are your thoughts on the podcast so far? How are you feeling?
My thoughts on the podcast, man. I'm having fun. It's going good. I feel good.
I feel good.
Guys, man.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
She's all dancing. Okay, that's what's so good.
Hey, real quick, bro. I just remembered it's your birthday in 2 weeks.
Okay, hold on.
2 weeks.
Before
Dude's gonna be 39 years old.
No, not 39. Okay, before we address my birthday situation, let me just say something real fast. Misa.
Yeah.
I think this is the first birthday that like I've ever known that we're gonna like actually know each other on my birthday for once.
Dude, I was thinking about that. Me and my wife were talking about it, man. If people were to know how our relationship was before this podcast, like there was no relationship.
Yeah,
really. I mean, not even back in middle school. You know, last time I had seen you, it was just like, oh, hey, what's up, Chris? And he'd be like, yo, what's up, Misa? You cool as fuck. And it's like, yeah, you cool too. And then we just walk away, and that's it. You know, next day we see each other. Hey, yo, Chris, you cool as fuck. Chris would be like, Misa, you're cool as fuck. And then that's it. We'll walk our own ways and shit. But yeah, dude. People don't know how, because I get people like, man, how long have you guys been friends for? How long have you guys been doing this? I was like, man, I just met the guy, bro. I just met the dude. I literally just pretty much met the guy. All I knew about Chris is that his name was Chris, and that's it.
Let's tell Dre a little bit of a backstory because I'm sure he's curious to know kind of like how our relationship came to be. But essentially, Dre, me and this guy went to like, I think not even elementary school, just middle school together.
Middle school,
And back in the day, right? Like we just knew each other in middle school, and then we went to high school. He knew a lot of the same people I know.
We went to 2 different high schools. He went.
Yeah, we went to 2 different high schools. We didn't even go to the same high school, so we never like hung out like ever, like on a personal level. And then I started a podcast, right, Conversing with Chris, and I don't like. I've had Misa on Facebook forever, and like he knows a lot of the same people I know, so he's always been around. And then one day we recorded an episode. And then after that, we were like, fuck it, dude, let's start a podcast together. And we just like added him on to this one. And that's literally how I went, dude. And ever since then, we like talk every single day. Like, we're like best friends now. He's like
my wife's
girlfriend.
all like, what? Are you going to move in with him now and shit? Like can I? Like,
the other day I told him that. I was like, what, you talking to your girlfriend Misa? And he's like, yeah, I am. I was like, damn, like, wow.
Now, the thing is it's just how this podcast has brought us all together. And I was telling Chris yesterday as well, man, because our podcast involves a guest, almost every week. It's people that I haven't seen in years, or people that, that Chris knows that I don't. So with this podcast, I get to meet and get connected with old friends and make new friends. And at the same time, like, get to know Chris and Lena. But it's mostly always podcasts, it's not a day that goes by that Chris doesn't call me. He's like, yo, I got this idea for this segment for our podcast. And,
what made you want to do podcasts? Knowing that Chris was doing it and you joined with him.
You know what? I've always liked entertaining people. I always kind of grew up wanting to be a comedian. So I had heard the episode with our boy Joe that Chris had done with him. So all I did is I liked the post on Facebook, and I just sent a comment saying, hey, if you ever need a guest, let me know. And a few days later, he called me up and we set up a date, and I showed up, and it was like me and Chris like had just seen each other the day before or something, and that podcast ended up being really good. The next day he called me saying like, yo, this episode is fucking sick, bro. I fucking love you, man. I need you on my podcast. I can't go on without you.
I need
be
you.
my partner.
Oh, Misa. Oh, Misa.
And then, and I enjoyed myself too, like being on that podcast. And I was like, you know what, man, let's do it. And for me, there's always been like a one love, growing up was football. And in high school, I got hurt. So I hadn't really gotten into something like a hobby that I really, really enjoyed until Chris came along with his podcast. And I tell Chris all the time, and it's somewhat of a life changer for sure. But it's cool. I love it, man. He's like, hey, man, come be on my podcast, bro. I can't do it without you. And I was like, all right, Chris, let's do it. And he said he'd pay me, but I haven't seen a check still. So
it's good that you fell in love with doing a podcast, and then you said you were playing sports. And a lot of sports players, athletes only have that one mind goal. Just, I want to play football, and, I want to go to college. I want to make it to the NFL. And then,
yeah, man, I'm over here trying to get a motherfucking scholarship, but shit happens.
Yeah, when everything, goes down, nobody knows what to do. But, hey, that's what's up, man. Cool.
The crazy thing is, too, is I didn't know that these guys knew each other. Like, I met Misa separately from Chris by working at the mall. And then one day Jamie was like, yo, yeah, Misa knows Chris. And I'm like, what? Really? So then I figured out they knew each other. And then when he's like, hey, Misa's going to come over, I'm like, Misa? Like, Misa? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, the only Misa that I know in El Paso. I mean, I don't know anybody else by that name. But
it was such a good episode. I think it's still like our most played episode till now.
No, it is. It's our most played episode for sure.
Still?
Still to this day. And it's really cool, dude, because like I was telling you, Dre, like how Misa said, there was no relationship before this. And it's kind of crazy now, like how it's developed to this point, but even like it could have happened the same, like with me and you, like the way we just hit it off, like on a podcasting group on Facebook, like never even knew each other, never like really like talked to each other. And then we just started messaging, and then boom, dude, you know what I mean? We're cranking out episodes of podcasts now, just like that. So it's really cool, man. Shout out to Dre for that. Shout out to Misa for joining me on my podcast, because I was a lonely podcaster in a sea full of podcasts trying to find my way. But yeah, shout out to you guys, man, for sure. And like I said, one thing that I really enjoy about the podcast, and like Misa said, was meeting people. And if you would have told me 6 months ago I'd be sitting here interviewing somebody from Washington, D.C., I would have not believed you. So shout out to that, man.
I wouldn't have believed it myself. You couldn't Y'all be sitting right here having a Zoom.
Yeah, and you didn't even know what El Paso was. Nobody knows where El Paso is.
No.
All I know now, and I know it's 29 hours away, right?
Hey, we're trying to put ourselves on the map, literally, man, because I've seen several maps with El Paso on there.
That's gonna be a long Uber.
That's gonna be an expensive ass Uber for sure. You better tip that driver really well, man. That's a long ass.
Hey, can you see how long it take if we walk?
I can try. Yeah, let me see.
Environmental friendly.
Okay, so let me see.
Save emissions.
Okay, are you guys ready for this? Can you guys guess how many
Oh.
hours it would take to walk from here to DC? Just
It'd be like
guess.
3 days, no? Like 3 days.
100,000 hours.
Oh, let me divide that.
100,000. Did you really say 3 days to walk over there?
Yeah.
Do you know how far you can walk in one day? You can't walk that.
Okay, 3 weeks, bro. Sorry.
So Lena did the math. It would take us 648 hours to walk from El Paso to DC, which comes out to how many days?
It comes out to 27 days.
27.
20.
4 weeks, dude. Oh my God.
Misa said 3
Jesus.
days.
3 days to get over this Franklin Mountains, probably. God,
You're
Jesus.
gonna be moving at Sonic speed if you're gonna get this.
Yeah, you got to be running like Sonic the Hedgehog, bro, trying to get all those coins and shit. And then having Tails like right behind you, just like picking up the pace. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's just all this makes me think of back then when it was just like on the horse, you know, like,
Just going,
yo, I'm going to the grocery store. I'll be back in 3 days.
bro. Google should definitely give you the option to select your mode as travel as a horseback.
Hey, bring that back. Yeah.
Bring that back, bro. Be like, damn, if I wanted to ride my horse from here to New York, it would take me like 302 days.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Please.
Oh, that shit's hilarious. Okay, so let's keep this shit rolling, guys.
Well, no, I want to talk about birthdays because.
Oh yeah, we forgot about my birthday.
Well, that's
actually,
that's
what we
I'm
were
about to
getting
ask
into.
you. Okay? I need an honest answer, straight up. My feelings won't be hurt. Do you want to drive by or not?
Dude,
No, I do not condone drive-bys in any form or fashion, whether they be,
it's just thinking about it makes me cringe, dude.
whether it be a drive-by birthday, a drive-by shooting, a drive-by like any other type of drive-by. I'm just not a drive-by type of guy.
You're just a drive-through type of guy.
Drive-through only, baby.
Man, the times that everything is going on right now, everybody, like I was so clueless just for a moment when you guys would drive by a birthday. Like, what are they talking like? So everybody's getting released from their jobs and having a drive-by, getting released and having weddings and drive-bys and everything. I'm like, wow, man, this has got to be a very interesting time right now.
It's like they had like a strip club, like a drive-by strip club up in Ohio or something.
Might as well just do parades. Just have people distance, spread out, and just have a course set out, and then people will just parade. And
Imagine like a stripper parade just rolling through like downtown DC.
I'm super down.
Like, I'm sure people would be with it, bro, for sure.
I'm gonna show me what I need to do. Teach me.
Yeah, you could only throw coins though, because you know the bills would be flying around and shit.
I'll wear gloves. And I'll make sure they're clean for them.
You don't make it rain, you make it hail on them.
I'll just send them in like Ziploc bags, you know, to make sure they're safe.
Dude, I'm broke though, dude. I'd be giving them coupons or something like.
God bless.
My business card.
All right, Dre. So my birthday is coming up July 28th. When is your birthday?
11/3.
November 3rd.
No, November 3rd.
We already talked about this. No, we talked about this early. The 11:30 podcast. That's his birthday. Totally went over my head. My bad on that one. I dropped the ball. Misa's birthday is in November, right?
No, November 1st. That's right.
That's right.
London's October 1st. So.
What year were you born, Misa?
1990.
Oh yeah, so you're older than me.
So. Does anybody like ever remember like can you say like, oh, my best birthday was this year? Can you guys like pinpoint a birthday that was your best?
I don't know if I can pinpoint my best birthday. I had a couple of them though. I remember when I was little, I had a Power Ranger birthday party.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Which one? Which color?
the White Ranger was my favorite, so I had to have him there. So that was cool. My 11th-year-old birthday party, my mom threw a surprise birthday party and scared the hell out of me because I was like, where all people come from? And how did my best friends wind up on the couch in my living room? So I was just like, I don't know if I can pinpoint a favorite one, but hey.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't really remember like a birthday standing out or anything. Like
I can remember like a cool birthday party, but not like anything like that was super like, oh shit, bro, like best birthday ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, hey, do you know what a? Let me ask Dre this. I don't know if he's gonna know this. Do you know what a piñata is?
Piñata?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So what it is a piñata is like it's like a plastic, not plastic. It's made out of
piñata.
It's a piñata. It's made out of like paper mache and it's crafted into like Spider-Man or
whatever character you want.
Yeah. And then, and
then you just beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You fill it with candy, and then the kids go up to it and smash it, and try not to hit anybody else. And then the drunk uncle's on the roof because that's always what makes sense to put the drunk guy on the roof. And he's swinging the piñata around, and he's hitting all the kids because he doesn't give a fuck. He's trying to make it hard for them. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Dude, you know what's crazy is like speaking of piñatas, there's a big difference when you buy a piñata from like a legit like Mexican candy place than like Walmart. Like these Mexican places, dude, they make them to last, man. I don't know if they put cement in those bitches, dude. Like you fill them up with candy, and it takes the adults to get in.
Yeah.
And like say, hold my beer, let me get this shit broken, because
the drunk adults eventually have to step in and break it open. So
dude,
on the topic of Mexican tradition type of subjects, we wanted to ask Dre if he can name his 5 top favorite Mexican dishes or foods.
I can name one. I hope that's not a bad thing, but
not at all.
Like I was saying earlier, Taco Tuesday is my favorite day.
Taco Tuesday. Okay. So what is your go-to taco on a Tuesday?
A beef taco with some cheese on it and some sour cream on it and a yummy yum, and that's good.
Hey man, you'd fit in perfect here in El Paso, dude.
Oh man, I know I would. That's why I said I gotta come down there when we do an episode.
I'm telling you, there's a taco stand in every corner, man. No joke.
Yeah, there's an unlimited supply of taco. You will never not have tacos.
Okay,
here.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the board 5 Mexican dishes, right? Dre named one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him 4 more, and I'm gonna see if he knows what they are. Okay, number 1 or number 2.
No, I got one.
Hold on. Number 2. Do you know what a quesadilla is?
A quesadilla?
Quesadilla.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, cool. So he's got number 2. Okay.
I got a little nervous there because he was thinking about it.
He was thinking about it. I took his spot. Okay, number 3. You know what enchiladas are? Enchilada.
I know what it is, but I haven't had it before.
Oh, you've never had an enchilada, bro?
Oh
man. Hey, dude.
We got you.
If you ever come to El Paso, we're going to spoil you with the finest Mexican cuisine you've ever seen. I guarantee that. Okay, number like
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We could literally give you for like.
Let's make a buffet.
It's a buffet. Okay, hold on. Number 4, Misa, can you give him another Mexican dish that you think?
Yes, dude. Maybe a tamale.
No.
That's a negative. He's like, no. Wow.
All right, we're going to have to end this podcast, guys. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody.
Final thought? Okay.
No, it's all right. It's all right. That's what we're here for. We're here to teach him, so when he comes down, I'll send you some recipes, man. They've been in my family for centuries, so you won't get it wrong.
Okay, Lena, do you have the 5th Mexican dish to ask our boy Dre about?
Lautas.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand it.
Flautas.
A flauta.
No, I haven't.
No, what?
A taquito. It's
Oh,
essentially
yeah.
just
It's a taquito. It's a
It's
big
like-
taquito or bigger,
just
like
put
better
it-
taquito.
put a tortilla down, but it's supposed to be corn. You put some stuff in it. You could put potatoes. You could put meat. You could put you name it. You roll that puppy up, and then you fry it. You get
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, all you name it.
My fiance hates it because she thinks I'm picky and stuff like that with food. But if she was sitting right here, she probably would know every single thing you guys just named.
Hey,
'Cause she's chef.
let's see
What
how.
about some tripitas, some intestines?
He's not gonna know what tripitas are, bro. Don't even.
I barely found out.
I was about to say, man, I've been eating them all my life. I didn't even know where they
wait.
came from.
Oh, hold on. Misa,
Menudo,
Misa,
pozole.
no, Misa, you're like, do you know what lengua is?
Lengua?
Dude,
No.
lengua is disgusting. It's cow's tongue, by the way, just so you know. That's how we're doing it down here. But anyways,
Oh, wait, I got
hold
a good
on.
question.
Okay, go.
Everyone has to say the grossest thing they've ever eaten. I got a good one.
Right off the bat, sushi, number one.
Wow. Misa?
I'm gonna have to say that cocktail I drank the other day.
Okay, fair. Dre, what's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
Oh man. I guess something I guess I don't like. I guess.
Like
I don't
what?
want to. Well, I'm just thinking. I don't know. Can't think of-
Misa's already said hers or yours. Lena, what was yours?
Cow balls.
Cow balls. Wow.
You cut them off, you flip them, you put them on the thing, get crispy. Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Bro,
I
this
mean-
girl is a savage.
No, whenever you brand, that's part of it.
That's why Chris likes her.
Okay.
Oh
Cow
my
balls.
lord. I mean, it would make sense. I've had balls before. I get that. But what I'm trying to say,
You're digging
So like,
yourself
yo,
up
did
all
you
up
see
there.
how Lena swallowed that egg yolk?
I didn't eat them. Like no.
Bro, she keeps digging herself into a hole. She's like, I've had balls before. I've had plenty of balls.
Oh my god.
At the bottomless pit.
So, if we had to ask you, Dre, to name your 5 favorite foods of any kind, what would they be?
Well, to start off, as you can see, I'm a little chubby, so I'm gonna say a cheeseburger.
Yes. Sir.
Love me a cheeseburger any day of the week.
Do you put bacon on that cheeseburger?
I just had a bacon cheeseburger yesterday.
Yes.
Now I know what I want to eat for dinner.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, I'm gonna release a new episode. I'm gonna eat a bacon cheeseburger today."
Hell yeah. Okay, so burger number 1.
Burgers, of course, French fries, but I love McDonald's French fries.
Hell yeah.
They're delicious.
I
Tacos. I like tacos.
Okay,
I like
tacos
tacos.
makes the cut. Okay.
Spaghetti.
Hey, okay,
Shout
we're diving into the Italian side here. I like it.
And well, pizza, I guess.
Pizza. He's like, default.
Fuck yes.
Okay, hold on. Favorite toppings on a pizza? If you can do unlimited toppings, what would you go with?
Of course, I don't think
Cheeseburger.
cheese count. Pepperoni.
Okay.
Sauces.
Ew.
Yeah, them pepperoni and sauces is where it's at. I don't think
Yeah.
the supreme pizza is not my thing.
Nope. No, hell no. Do you like bacon on your pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, what about pineapple?
No, my fiance has pineapple pizza the other
Thank
day.
God. You can come back on this podcast whenever you want. Literally whenever you want. If you want to come back on tomorrow, we'll do all this shit again. We can do that because
Okay.
you're my type of guy.
No
We'll talk about this later, you and I. Maybe I can turn you to the dark side.
Okay,
We'll
so
see.
those were the top 5 foods with our boy Dre. We're gonna keep this podcast moving, guys. Like we like to do with most of our guests, we like to do our top or our 5 random questions. But before we get into that, we also like to do our funniest thing from the internet today. And who wants to start us off on that, guys? Who wants to volunteer and take the reins with the funniest thing from the internet today?
Yeah, I had one ready, man. I just don't know where it went. This technology is driving me crazy, man.
Okay, well, I got mine ready if you want me to go. Or Lena, do you have yours?
I was born ready.
Okay, Lena, how about you start us off with this one?
It says 18-year-olds. Can I please have a cigarette or a beer? U.S. government. Best I can do is war.
Straight up, bro. Yeah, turning 18 doesn't even mean shit anymore, dude. You can't buy cigarettes. You can get into, I guess, R-rated movies now, but you're still 3 years away from the drinking age. So.
Oh, so you can like get porn and all that, right?
Yeah, you can buy porn and stuff, so that's cool, I guess. Misa, are you ready, or do you want me to go with mine?
Now go ahead and go with yours.
Okay, so we've all obviously have heard about the entanglement and what's going on with our boy Will Smith. So and we have all seen that classic photo of him where he's sitting there and he's got that look in his face, that look of despair, the look of a broken man, of a broken heart, of somebody who's been ravaged and just been stepped on. And it says, "Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down."
Ay, pobrecito.
And I don't know if you guys know that, but it's from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
Will Smith was in there. I don't know. Just if I have to explain the joke to you guys.
Dre?
So, Dre, you got one?
Don't
He
laugh
starts
at
laughing.
Well, I don't know if this may be funny or not, but the end result is kind of funny. Like how Chris said, I do WTF moments on my podcast. And this is clearly a WTF moment. It came out of Brooklyn.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Yeah, shout out Brooklyn. July 14th in Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. It wasn't in Brooklyn, New York, but it was in Brooklyn, Illinois.
There's a Brooklyn in Illinois.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
Hey, who knew? Nice to know.
It was a confrontation. A family got into it. A bunch of women fighting and everything. And of course, the man wants to protect his woman, his girl. So what he does, he comes in and he step in and intervene, and he kicks someone, but that someone has to be a toddler.
Oh.
And this toddler, the toddler, if he was going for a field goal, I think he made it.
Dude, hold on, Dre. Let me.
My first question is, what the hell is a toddler doing in the middle of a fight? Like, yo, nobody's kicking my mama's ass. And then she jumping in and shit.
Hey, Misa, let me explain, because, dude, honestly, Dre, literally, we literally just saw this. Like, I saw that video right before the podcast started. So It starts. There's like two girls beating up this one girl, right? But she's like outside of her house. So I think they caught her and her daughter outside, which she's little. She's a toddler. She's small. And the guy flies into the scene, jumps, and like drop kicks the little kid, bro. Like, that shit is crazy, dude. I was like, what the fuck? That's definitely a what the fuck moment of the day.
Hey, nowadays, man, nobody's off limits, dude.
Yeah, dude. Anybody can get it. Anybody.
Yeah.
A kid, old man, old woman. Like,
everyone for themselves, dude.
Everyone's fair game, dude. So, okay, Misa, what's your funniest thing from the internet today? God bless.
That field goal was good. I love it, dude. Game winner. That one got me good. Yeah, I saw this this post that some girl had posted, and she said, "Do men still open car doors?" And some guy put, "How else am I gonna get in that motherfucker?"
Oh, well, you want me to crawl through the goddamn window or what? All right, guys. So those were our funniest things from the internet today. We're going to get ready to wrap up this podcast. We're going to do what we usually do at the end of it and do some 5 random questions. Are you guys ready? Dre, are you ready?
Yes.
Misa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready as can be. Yeah. Okay. So, Lena, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, everybody's ready. Question number 1, Dre, and I hope you're ready for these, man, because like I said, I don't bring no soft questions. I don't come here to play games. I come here to find out more about you and let our audience know more about you, okay? So, what is a holiday that does not exist that you would create?
So are you asking me to what is a holiday that I did not create?
No. Like, if you had to create your own holiday, what would that holiday be?
Oh, okay, cool. Wheelchair Day.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, what day would that be?
It'll be on November 30th.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Okay, guys. So now November 30th is National. What would you say? Wheelchair Day? Is that the proper way to reference it?
Yeah. National Wheelchair Day. You know, whatever you want to call it. You use crutches, National Crutches Day.
Hey.
You know, if you use
What would be a tradition thing to do to celebrate that day?
just help everybody out. You know, whoever in a wheelchair. You know, there's people out here will open the door for you and look at you and just keep it rolling.
Okay.
Jeez.
So that day would just be full of courtesy and kindness, and people just doing the things they should normally do as human
And
beings. But
I'm not speaking for everybody that in a wheelchair because there's a lot of people out there who are rude, who are very rude. So yeah,
Hey.
that's what I'm just.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I like it.
okay, question number 2. Standard question I like to ask on this podcast. What is your favorite beer?
Well, I just started drinking beer for real. I was kind of like a liquor guy, so I kind of like, just fell back. So like I just showed you guys, the Natty Daddy, I just been drinking that,
Natty Daddy.
Hey, hold on. Show Misa what the Natty Daddy looks like if you can. Look at this, Misa. It's called Natty Daddy, bro.
What?
What? Right?
Never what?
Dude,
Natty Daddy.
one of the times we were doing an interview and he's like, I'm drinking on a Natty Daddy. I literally thought he was fucking pulling my balls and just kidding with me. Like, you know what I mean? But no, that he flashes that blue can and it says Natty Daddy. I was like, bro, I've never seen that shit ever before. What was your favorite liquor then? When you were sipping the hard stuff? Vodka straight?
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
vodka.
I can't.
Or rum. I like the vodka, rum, just about, anything. I like the brown liquor at one point, but then
Okay.
Let me ask
Like,
you. How do you feel about tequila?
Oh boy.
tequila is my lady.
Ah, okay.
Nice. You dance with the devil, so do I. I love
we
it.
love her. Yeah.
Nah, dude. Every time I take tequila, man, I wake up with the black eye, money missing. That bitch does me dirty every single
Black eye,
time.
money missing, no pants on, phone lost, and wallet stolen.
At a gas station.
And somehow ended up in Mexico. Yeah, I don't know.
That's when you know you got to kick back the liquor when you start waking up trying to figure out
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
where your pants go.
That's why I stick to Budweiser, because Budweiser never does that to me. Never takes advantage of me.
Budweiser takes care of Misa. You know,
Yeah, dude, he does.
In a whole hangover movie.
Hey, Misa's whole life is a hangover movie. It's been that way for a long time. So, question 3, man, and this is a very serious question. So, pay attention if you will.
What's your credit card number?
Yeah, what is your social security number, please? And the last 4 and your PIN number that you regularly use on your credit or debit card. Just kidding. Okay, now number 3, serious question. Dre, I want to know if you would slap my grandma in the face for $1 million. And let me just set the scene here. It's me, you, and my grandma. We're all hanging out together. There's a duffel bag with $1 million cold hard cash with your name on it. As long as you slap my grandma, are you slapping my grandma, Dre?
I would say sure in a heartbeat.
About that bag.
Yeah. Okay, throw grandma a couple $100,000. Sorry for that, grandma.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, sorry, grandma, but me and Chris about to go do a podcast.
We're about to make
And we about to cash out too. We got that bag for sure. Okay, hell yeah. You see, look, dude, That's a good answer. Most of the time, everyone's like, nah, man. But you know
Yeah,
what?
they try to be like, not your grandma, man.
Yeah.
No.
But no, hey, you know what? Like we said earlier, or a few seconds ago, anyone can get it. Anyone. Grandmas, grandpas, kids,
For $1
anybody.
million.
Hey,
Grandma would slap me for not taking the $1 million.
There you go.
It's so true, man.
Okay. So
My grandma taught me better.
that's what they all say. But a lot of grandmas didn't really teach us much, apparently, because look at how the world is anyway.
My
Question.
grandma taught me how to throw a chancla.
Direct target.
No, that
hit.
dude, that is taught, or that's not even taught. That's like distilled in your DNA if you're like a Mexican Latino, you know, chocolate. See, Misa just threw his chocolate right there. Okay, question number 4. What is your favorite type of cheese?
American cheese.
American cheese?
That's right.
True.
Yes.
America.
Yeah, American cheese, I'm gonna say. I like provolone cheese. I like them all.
Hey, do
Pepper jack cheese.
you like
Pepper
pepper
jack
jack? Dude, pepper jack's the way to go, bro. I'm on board with pepper jack.
Mm-hmm.
I love them all.
I fuck with Munster.
Munster cheese is fire too. If you
Queso
have,
fresco.
they don't sell that over there.
No,
Hey, Dre, do you know what Munster cheese is?
no, they don't sell that one here.
Yeah, that's a Mexican cheese. If you ever run across a Munster cheese, go ahead and pick up the block. You're gonna need the whole thing.
Make yourself some good quesadillas, bro.
Okay. Question number 5, Dre. If you had to describe the internet in one sentence, what would that sentence be?
The internet is amazing.
Hey, there you go. That's a solid answer. Dude, I was thinking about how you would explain the internet to somebody that's never been on Earth before. So, like, if they showed up in a random spaceship and they walked up to you at your crib and was like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" Like, how would you explain like what the internet to is? You know what I mean?
I feel like you'd say like it's a network that connects everyone everywhere.
I should say it's like the whole world.
It's a whole.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
never
It's the
gonna get out of
world.
it.
You want to meet somebody from Washington D.C. and do a podcast with them? Go ahead and get on the internet. Then. You know what I
Or
mean?
you want to meet the love of your life? Internet.
Get on the internet.
His whole sister. Like, it's
Yep.
amazing.
My sister met her boyfriend in an AOL AIM
Husband
chat.
now.
Well, her husband in an AIM chat room back in the day. So shout out to that. Anyways, I got another question, and then Lena's got a bonus question, and then we'll wrap this up. But this question came from me, or it came to me because of our boy Chris Molina, the governor. We were texting, and he was telling me about his favorite boy bands.
Ooh.
So I got a question for you, Dre. If you had to choose one of these boy bands, would it be NSYNC, 98 Degrees, or the Backstreet Boys?
NSYNC.
Oh, that was easy, huh? Hey, JT, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with JT.
Yeah, NSYNC.
Hell yeah! What's your favorite NSYNC song? Can you do that?
I want it that way.
Tell me
Tell me
Ain't
why.
nothing but a heartbreak.
You know what CD I'm seeing in my head right now that I
Ain't
have?
nothing but a
That
mistake.
it was
Tell me why. Don't mind me.
I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
It was the maroon one, and it was yellow, and it was like on the cover part at the back, like when you open it, that was like stripes. And
Hey,
shit.
you know what other NSYNC song I liked was that Bye Bye Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that was a hit, bro. That was a fucking hit. Okay.
I know you guys said then I had a bonus question. I want to ask you I want to ask you guys 5 random questions as well.
All right. That's the first.
Oh, let's
Okay.
okay.
All right. You ready?
Dre,
Okay.
go ahead and lead us.
It goes out to whoever want to answer it. What's your favorite song to jam to in the shower? Or playlist?
Ooh. Misa, go ahead and answer this.
it had to be something kind of funky, like James Brown. I listened to the Funkadelic. Something I could pretend to dance in the shower. I get hurt a lot in there because of that. But usually something like James Brown, man. You know.
I would say my go-to shower song would probably be something like I would say like Alan Jackson, like it's 5:00 somewhere. So that way I know once I'm out of the shower, it's 5:00 and we can start drinking beer. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I can go about my day.
That or like Usher, man. I tried to like
Dude,
make like those 90s music videos in the shower, you know, like
check this
after
out.
a heartbreak or something.
I'm gonna recommend something that everybody does. Go and put on "Let It Burn" by Usher, and take a shower, a hot shower, and record yourself singing like along, dude. Epic. You'll feel like you're dancing in the ring. You know what I mean?
That's my song.
It's come back for me to say this. It's coming from the heart. It's been a long time coming. We've been better apart. I really want to work things out. Yeah, that's right, man. Usher all the way.
I think you do that.
Of course he did.
Lena, favorite shower song, real fast. If you have one, if not, we can move on.
I'm thinking something like Time Bomb, Iration.
Yeah,
you know,
Iration,
I like
some reggae.
shit.
Yeah,
like
for real.
reggae, like country I can listen to for hours, but reggae is just, I can put it in every song. You just feel it. You feel it in your soul, you know?
All right.
Yeah, man.
Hit us with the next question.
Want to feel
Next one.
shower.
Next one. Okay. With everything going on with the whole coronavirus, if push came to shove, I asked this question on a previous episode on my podcast. Will you eat your neighbors? And if so, which part would you eat first?
Oh, man.
Yes, probably like their legs, probably like the arms, like where you got a lot of muscle, because that's what you're gonna need. Like the fat's cool, but you need the muscle, the protein.
Yeah. I'd probably stay away from the ass. Some people would probably go straight for the ass. You know, they like to eat ass nowadays. They'll eat anything. I'd probably go from like them back muscle or something. You know, try and get that protein in, dude. And then maybe for dessert, depends how I'm feeling, go down for the. Maybe do what Lena did with the cow and shit and try that shit out or something. I don't know.
I don't think I'm eating my neighbors, guys. I honestly think I'll just probably starve. I couldn't even drink a raw egg. You think I'm gonna eat it like a human? Like, come on.
Hey man, when you're starving, dude, when you're starving and there's nothing around, man, you know, you start thinking of like, am I gonna like?
Yeah, that's
grill
true.
This
because
guy? Am I gonna slow cook him? You know.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
not even gonna.
Am I gonna fry him?
Like he's not gonna make it to the I'm starved. He's gonna get eaten. I'm gonna eat him. You know, like.
That's who I would go first, man. It's like, yo, I'm hungry, man. I'm gonna go with Chris.
yeah. Okay. Next question.
Would you rather have 4 legs or be in a wheelchair?
Oh fuck. Dude, what would we even do with 2 extra legs? Like, what the fuck are we gonna
You'd be a
do?
fucking dog. What do you mean?
Hey, man, like,
Like-
would you be able to join soccer though?
I don't know.
Oh, you would no. I don't think. I think you would be like ruled out.
Counted as two?
Yeah, that's not cool. Like you obviously have
Cheating?
the advantage.
It's not cheating. I mean, that's how you're born, though. Dude, hey, it's like saying, like, hey, some basketball players are 7 feet tall. Some are, like, 6 feet tall. It's just the way you're born. Yo, I was just happen to be born with 2 extra legs. Like, if you know what, dude? You'd probably never get tired, man. Like, but your workouts, like, yo, I'm going to work out for 4 hours because I'm doing legs today. Yeah.
You're just subbing out the legs.
Okay, I would say I would rather have the 4 legs, I guess. Lena?
I said I'd rather be a dog.
Okay, she'd rather be a dog. She is a dog. We're all dogs. Misa, roof.
Okay. What's you guys' favorite beer?
Okay. I got that one. My favorite beer is Heineken. I drink Bud Light all the time, but my favorite beer is Heineken. Misa, what's your favorite beer?
They're gonna have to go with a beer. It's called Magic Hat Number 9.
Nice.
The best beer, very tasty.
What's that beer that I like over there at Union? That's my favorite beer. I get it because of what it tastes like.
Oh, it's a 420 lager or some shit. Yeah, that shit's good. what I was gonna say to you, Misa, about that magic hat number 9, that shit sounds like it was brewed in like the Harry Potter world or some shit. You
It
know what I
sounds
mean?
like it because they don't even tell you how they make it or anything. It's like the secret.
Okay, so next question.
Final one. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, that's good. I got 2.
Not for me.
I got 2.
Mine was Maya. Mine's with Maya.
Um,
I woke up after a dream she was in, because of course she was in the Rugrats. So oh man. Whew. I woke up and I was just dreaming about Maya. Take me there. I wanna go there. Like
So that's my
Man, I would have to go with Jessica Alba.
Solid
Um,
choice.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of celebrities, but I remember mostly Jessica Alba's just always like, yo, Jessica Alba's in that movie, I'm buying it. Give me
Yeah.
some lotion while you're at it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Lena, your first celebrity crush.
Neo.
Neo? Nice. Yeah, that boy can dance his ass off, that's for sure.
Yeah. And his
Yo,
voice.
and Neo got some bangers low key, bro. Go
Yeah.
back and check out some Neo bangers for
Fuck yeah.
sure.
I know every single song of his.
Right, Dre?
Shit,
You can support me on that, right? Neo's got some bangers.
you on that one. Neo Crank. I like Neo.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I fuck with Neo. Okay, so I would say it would have to be for me, guys, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yes. of
That's a
course.
good one. That's a good one. I really like that. And then I forgot who I was gonna say after her, but I would say Jennifer Aniston would be my celebrity crush. I would go with that definitely.
I love her.
Okay, so Dre, we thank you for those 5 random questions. You're the first guest that we've had that actually had 5 random questions for us. So nice. Thank you for that. But before we let you go and before we end this podcast, Lena has one more bonus question, and I'm going to throw it to her so she can ask you.
One word to describe your life. We ask that you do not use the word bless.
Bless. Don't use bless.
Yeah, it's a basic answer. Everyone
It ain't
uses
basic. They're just haters.
Overcoming.
that. Oh,
Jesus.
I like that. Good job.
That's like the first 2 word in one.
Yeah,
somebody
it's
used-
like he
It's
actually
not under construction.
Our boy.
Yeah, overcoming's
Awesome.
actually one word. Under construction is a hyphenated word. But yeah, so yeah, dude, we've got answers to that question that were totally wrong. They're like, very cool. Like, you're asking for one word, bro. Like, come on. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap up this episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, episode number 35, featuring our boy Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, host of the 1130 podcast. I want you guys to go check him out. Go to his YouTube page. Go find him on all podcast platforms. Go support the people that support us. That's what this is all about. You know what I mean? So before we close out the pod, I want to give everybody a chance to say some final thoughts. Misa, go ahead and kick us off with that.
Yeah, man. First things first, dude. Thanks again for being on our podcast. When Chris went on it and he had told me first about you, it was really cool that you got him on your podcast. I think people like us that have podcasts should, all be one, help each other out. We all have the same goal here, but yeah, man, thanks for showing up, and everybody listening. Make sure to hit them up. Make sure to go out there and look up the 1130 podcast. It was a good episode. Chris, Lena, always a good one, guys. And yeah, don't forget to add us, guys. Don't forget to follow.
Lena, final thoughts.
As always, I just like to express our gratitude in you sharing this space with us and giving us your time and just being here with us. I think it's always important to recognize with everything going on, like our time is still very valuable. So we're just very appreciative of you coming on and telling us about you and sharing your life with us. So thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Dre. Floor is yours, brother.
I thank you guys for inviting me on. Like you guys were saying, I had Chris on for the last 2 weeks. It was very exciting. The first time I had him on, it's like the second highest view show I got. going on. So that was cool. And, you know, this has been a cool platform to Lena, Misa, Chris, you know, you guys for having me on the Conversing with Chris and Misa podcast. Shout that podcast out. And thank you guys, man. I appreciate it very much.
For sure, man. Thanks, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. So final thoughts from me today, guys. Of course, shout out Dre again. Like I said, go check him out. But one thing I did want to say about our boy here is that it's really cool when you meet someone online and you can instantly connect and you guys share like the same passion and the same like goals. And it's actually cool because you meet people, like I said, that you would never, ever, ever probably meet in your life without starting a podcast and being on these social medias and trying to network and trying to grow and trying to expand your brand. So number one, shout out to you, Dre, for that. And number two, guys, thank you all for supporting us. Thank you for everyone who's been listening, everybody who's subscribed to our YouTube channel, everybody who supports everything we do and listens to our episodes. We do this for you guys. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So shout out to y'all. This was episode number 35, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Make sure, like I said, guys, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Check us out anywhere that podcast is available. And we are